fish.
Okay, so all of you are
Whoa,
Calm
you're
down.
I know, right? You guys are all servants, or you guys are all servants of the gods. Many of you are servants of Dionysus directly. At least one of you serves Hermes. But the gods are aligned in their desires to bring Hermes, or Hermes, to bring Dionysus back from his wandering in the east. Supposedly, historically, the cult of Dionysus got pretty far east during its period of not hanging around in mainstream Greece. Where did I put this map? Here it is. Thank you, map. Open that original baby. Thanks. So, you are all starting. Anyway, Dionysus has returned from the east and is going to be coming back to Greek civilization because people have forgotten who he is, and he doesn't like that. Bums him out.
party.
Yep.
Rude.
You are starting on the island of Arcadia, down here, the center of this, which is sort of a wild land that people. It's not very heavily
Populous.
populated down there.
Are you
There are a
pointing
couple.
to an actual thing that we can look at, or?
Oh, sorry.
There's a map in the
There's
group
a
chat.
map in the group chat thread.
Okay.
So are we down in like Arcadia?
And it's
Yeah,
like
you
central
are in
south.
Arcadia, but
I've
you're
been
like in the
pronouncing it
middle
wrong.
of it,
Where there's no
Uh,
cities.
where there's no city.
I'm sure it's not Arcadia.
It might be. I don't know.
I
My
don't speak
ancient
Greek.
Greek pronunciation is pretty bad. Yeah.
I'll
say.
That's rude.
Wow.
Rude.
I'm a
Wow.
statue.
He's a statue. Statues are
That
rude
doesn't-
in this setting. I don't know what to tell you.
Rude and lewd.
And woo,
Generally nude.
excited. Well, that probably is true, right?
Yeah, that's pretty fucking accurate.
Paint me like one of your Greek statues.
No, God, don't do it. We all agree it never happened.
All right, sick. But you are here on in Arcadia, is where you begin your journey, and I guess you should tell. You should kind of you would all be gathered in a thicket, in like a grove in the forest, right? A clearing, a natural clearing in the forest where the rites of Dionysus, the Bacchanal, and the wilderness version of the Dionysia are carried out throughout the year, along with other more obscure rites. So
And less.
the three of you, Acadia, Actus, and lastly, you've all been out here for a while. Recently arrived is this young sorcerer, Acertico, who is rumored by the elder, oracles to be the vessel of Dionysus.
Love vessels.
Your lord is the wine. Acertico is the cup, or the jar, or whatever you want to call it.
The vessel.
And the
Cupped
vessel.
hands.
Yeah. And yes, like cupped hands, sometimes Dionysus' power bills forth from Acertico, whether he wills it or not. So, does everyone want to describe what your characters look like as this young sorcerer enters the grove, the sacred grove, for the first time? Like escorted by, an elder, or like a centaur woman with like some weird shit in her hair.
Arcadia is a fawn, so horns, and also like very Maynard vibes. Lots of big, giant, dark hair that looks like it has literally never seen a comb. Beefy. She looks like she could fold you into a pretzel and make you say thank you.
Extremely juiced.
Yeah, jacked.
Hella jacked.
And also, like, like maybe a little tiny bit crazy around the eyes, like maybe not entirely present, but happy to be here. Happy to be here.
All right. What is your weapon of choice, Acadia?
I have the Sunforger, which is
Ooh.
yeah, a warhammer.
All right.
That I can also throw to make explosions.
That's dope.
Fuck. That sounds rad.
That sounds awesome.
That's
okay.
my downgraded weapon.
Okay. Let me take a look at your sheet here. And did you get that from? Who'd you get that from? You get that from Apollo, Hephaestus? Who was that a gift from?
I'm gonna say Apollo.
Okay.
Since I have that whole Oracle thing going as well.
Sure.
Maybe he's the one that was like,
yeah. You are a worshiper. You're a devout worshiper of Dionysus, but you are maybe favored by Apollo, which is cool for you. Seems to be working out fine. You also have a natural ram attack, which is pretty cool.
I do. I can hurt things with my face.
Yeah, and you've got your unarmed fighting style because as a Maenad, of course, you are well versed in the art of ripping motherfuckers apart with your bare hands. Animals, people, mostly animals, occasionally people. It happens. We don't talk.
I
about
wreck
it.
shit effectively.
Fantastic. Let's move on to Actus here. What do we see as we see Actus?
Well, Actus is how do I? Okay. So he's an older man in fine clothes, graying at the temples and whatnot, kind of a silver fox, attractive. He has an average build and is neither tall nor short. Say about 5'10".
Sure.
And I am sitting strumming a lyre, and next to me I'm sitting on like a rock, and I leaned up against the rock. I've got my caduceus.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The badge of your office as a member of Hermes' church. The twin serpents entwining a staff. Hella. And then Flaskly. What does Flaskly look like?
Man, this has been a topic of hot debate within my brain, but I feel like I want to go with my original core concept. Just kind of like a large Grecian Kool-Aid pot style, kind of like the pot boy from Elden Ring, but more of like a pottery and wine situation.
All right.
How does this feel to the DM? Because I can go either way. Either this or a very realistic Grecian statue.
I think the realistic Grecian statue is actually funnier in the long run. I think that the giant sentient wine flask is
a one-hit joke.
Is a one-hit joke, but I think there's a lot. I think you can get a lot of mileage out of the perfect Grecian statue. Like
we can paint you terribly.
And you can be
And
like
you can be in stealth.
you could be sort of a male Galatea, you know?
Yes.
Like you were brought to life by like some incel woman who wanted to carve the perfect boyfriend, but then you were like, I'm not into you. Like, good for you.
Fucking weirdo. The hell?
Um, it truly is up to you, though. I will not stop you from playing a giant sentient Grecian urn because there is part of me that delights at this idea
A giant pot
in a deep way.
emptied of wine and filled with the Holy Spirit of Dionysus.
Filled with mushrooms, filled with mold. You want to be a
Perfect.
moldy? You want to be a moldy jar?
But like
Please
the
don't.
dark kind.
I am a
Sounds like you might be
I am a
triggering
druid
something.
of the spores.
That's what I'm saying. You might be triggering
Oh my
something
God.
in our audience if we let's go with the perfect Grecian statue.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So
Thank
what?
you.
Yeah. What are you marble colored or have you been painted? Like what is
I'd
that
say
situation?
I used to I was fully painted back
Okay.
when the temple I was made for was fully in use, but like years of abandonment have caused a lot of my paint to flake.
Are you a statue of Dionysus or of someone else?
Yeah. I mean, I
Okay.
figured that would be
That's
that'd be a good
interesting.
idea,
A
right?
literal
Weirdly, like that
statue.
instinct was to be like blasphemous, but like no, it's not. They had
No, it's
statues. They had lots
absolutely
of
not.
statues.
They
It's the
love-
opposite of that.
It's the opposite of that. Yeah. Iconography is
It's the
the
opposite of
main
that.
form of worship in this
They
place.
literally had whole buildings for it.
Yeah. Yep. You gotta un Christianize your brain there. So definitely.
And you won't get that burning bush joke.
See?
Yeah,
These
see?
are the things. Anyway, so yeah, so those are the people you see. Wait, how are you dressed, Greg? What is Flasky wearing
How are you dressed?
on their beautiful Grecian statue body?
I would assume like naked from the
Yes.
waist up,
Straight naked.
Sure.
and then probably
And
like
just a leather skirt on the
like a
bottom.
leather skirt right on the bottom, and no sandals because it doesn't really matter. I'm
Yeah.
I'm
You're a
marble.
statue. And then what is your shield, leather or wood? I guess it's wood or metal, but it has to be wood because you're a druid. So
Yeah, flavored
got
as a
like a-
large mushroom cap.
okay, that's cool. I like that.
That's awesome.
Like a yeah.
Like
What
the
do they call-
Bigamontia mascara.
Like they call
the
yeah,
red
like
and
they
white one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mario time.
yeah. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Eek boy.
Like tower caps in Dwarf Fortress. Cool. That's awesome. Extremely into this. Whoa, Acertico. So Acertico, what do they see as you are led into the grove by this centaur woman?
See, as I walk in, I am.
This is great.
I'm tall and thin, like kind of lanky.
Mhm.
I posted in the picture what my face looks like.
Okay.
That's good. I love that.
I have
Where did she find that?
Yeah,
the
who did that? 'Cause
Internet.
I want to. Oh,
In-
I
Thanks,
want to follow the
Internet.
artist. I love it.
Here, let me put in
Probably
them-
reverse. You can reverse image search it.
the
I'm
exact website
Yeah, I can.
where I got it. Yeah. Here, let me
DeviantArt.
put that in there.
It's just like a clip from the
Sure. Oh, this
latest
is a
picture you've ever
this is
seen.
actually a Kalashtar race pick. That's cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
because I am Kalashtar.
You are Kalashtar.
So I have like this
Well, that's
kind of darker blue hair.
Very wide.
I'm about like 6'1", 6'2", somewhere around there. So I'm
Mhm.
on the taller-ish side of things. And I'm wearing some colorful robes with a similar color pattern as my shirt.
Okay, nice. Very chaotic colors,
Yep, because that's what I am.
and
Shit's wild.
Very chaotic. Bisexual.
Chaos.
energy.
Chaos.
yes.
I
So-
am
Which
chaotic
takes Dionysus. I'm here
bisexual.
for it.
It's
Yeah,
totally fine.
we're here for it.
Yeah.
So
Like, same.
I think the situation here is that Flaskley has been the chief priest here in the wilderness for maybe 20, 30 years. And how old is Acadia?
I'd say like mid to late. Or wait, Fawns, you said you were cutting down the long-lived races, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say everybody lives to be about 90.
Okay, so like mid to late 30s.
Okay, so I wasn't sure if Acadia was like in her 50s, maybe.
Could be
that was
realistically,
my-
like at 5th level.
Yeah, either way.
I'm good with
it only
that.
changes if you're in your 30s, then you've been the head Maenad for the past 10 years. But not, but before that you were in training. And so, you've been working with Flaskley for quite a while. I'm going to say Actus just sort of showed up recently, like about a week ago.
Wandered in one day.
That's kind of the way that Hermes' clergy work. They don't have temples or anything like that. They just sort of appear where they are needed. And Actus definitely is, following his god's sort of commands in that way, I think. But again, I just want to say, Flaskley and Acadia, each other very well. So you should keep that in mind when like interacting with each other and the others. But this is your first time any of you are seeing Acertico. What do you say?
So I just kind of walk in. I was like, "No, hello, everyone."
Yeah, you've been brought here. The Centaur woman says, presenting the sorcerer Acertico, vessel of the god. And she gives you like a little nod to. She gives like a bow, at the waist a bow at the waist to Flaskley, and then a nod of respect to you, Acadia. And then she just turns and heads back out with the rest of the thing. This is like the inner sanctum of the clearing. It's like there's like a clearing, and then there's like a smaller ring of trees that you guys are inside, and there's like grapevines growing all up the trees here that are like just constantly sprouting. You have to send people to harvest them every morning, otherwise they rot on the vine.
Can't have that.
Yeah. And so that's the situation you sort of walk into here, Acertico. What does everyone say? You're hearing the lute music from Actus, who, if I'm hearing correctly, is sort of lounging in a 3/4 position while playing the lyre. Is that right? Like not fully upright.
Sorry.
Are you?
What is the 3/4 position?
Like you are
You're
not.
just, like,
you're
you're
not
on a
laying
chaise
prone,
lounge.
but you're like. Yeah, you're like propped up on like a mossy rock or something.
You're like a drunk
playing
dude
your
playing guitar
lyre?
in the corner of the party.
Is that?
Oh yeah, just totally chilling.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Look up.
Yeah, 3/4 is like not prone but not sitting or standing. So yeah, that's what. Who speaks first? I guess is my question.
What was your name again, Peter?
Acertico.
Acertico. Does Acertico? I missed you saying how you were dressed. Are you like in some nice stuff or?
Yeah, I'm wearing some nice
Chaotic.
robes, and I have this sweet ass ornamental staff, which is the staff of power. By the way.
Yeah. Oh, I do think that staff is Dionysus's actual Thyrsus. Like.
Okay. Yeah.
That's like so. That's what it would look like.
That's what it looks like.
But but it is the staff of power.
Yeah. And so I just kind of
Yeah,
walk
probably.
in, and I'm just kind of like, "You guys want a drink?"
Yeah.
And I have like this bottle of wine.
So you are as you appear, a gentleman and a scholar.
Amazing. All right.
I'm just gonna assume I have a bottle of wine on me at all times.
I use
At
sleight
all
of hand
times.
Well,
and
you
produce
have
a cup
that-
seemingly out of nowhere.
You do also have that cantrip that lets you just create wine. Basically, number of times per day equal to your charisma modifier.
Yes, that's
So
right.
having a flask is a good call.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna just double check how much water that creates, or wine rather.
15 gallons.
It's something bonkers like that.
It depends on whether you want it to spray like a fire hose.
Yeah, hold on. It is up to 10 gallons of wine
A day?
per
Damn.
day
Yeah.
in an open container.
It's a buttload.
Or you can make it
We-
rain. You can make it rain wine in a 30-foot cube within range.
10 gallons.
Fantastic.
Oh man.
Most of you can,
I can do that
that.
too, right?
Okay, the people who can do that
Yeah, you
are
can.
Peter and Greg, and that's it.
So like while we're drinking, I make it rain wine.
Beautiful.
But then we'll
Yeah.
be sticky.
Well, this is the thing. It happens.
Like I
Like
say,
99% of the
Everybody
things
takes-
we like
everyone
to
takes a
do
bath.
makes people
So
sticky.
you have a stream running through this clearing. You know, this is a divine hangout.
Like just right through the middle. Just
So-
flop into it.
So I think all of you know your mission, but like, which of you brings it up first?
our mission to spread the word of Dionysus.
To bring Dionysus back to these cities that rejected him.
That rejected him.
Yes, he was driven into exile for a while, just shortly before the Trojan War started.
Okay.
And which would have been about, for you guys, I think about 60 years ago is when the Trojan War ended. So it's in distant memory of people, but not like. There are definitely people alive who remember it, but most people don't.
Right. They just know of it because
Right.
they were told by it by like their parents or grandparents.
Their
or whatever.
parents and or grandparents. Yeah. Exactly.
So it's like the gang's all here.
So that, yeah, exactly. Maybe it's just Flaskly saying that in the wee hours of the night once everybody's, comfortably buzzed, right?
Yeah, I'm already,
Everybody's in 3/4 position.
we're already.
Yeah. Now everyone is lounging the way that the Actus was at the beginning.
So
Actus was just chilling very hard,
Yeah.
just vibing.
Yeah,
Default.
just vibing hard, dude. Yeah. So, you guys keep talking. I am gonna just briefly turn on the lights in my house.
Okay. Yeah. Well, since we're all here now, and
We are all here.
sufficiently buzzed, like, where are we gonna start? What's the lay of the land here? Have you guys? Do you guys know the area well? Because like I just kind of walked in.
Yeah, I don't know where you're from, Sirtico. I know that I think Acadia and Flaskly are from like here. They're from Arcadia, and Actus is a bard and a hermetic cleric, which means
And I think I'm
lowercase
just sort
c
of
cleric?
from everywhere.
yeah, which means I think I would let him roll to just know anything about anywhere that he might be.
Okay. Yeah, is there like a specific place I should be coming from? I never really thought about this too much, just that I was just showing up.
Maybe you're from Delphi, from Delphoi. It's going to be on the map up there near Focus.
Okay, there's Mount Olympus.
Oh, from
I'm looking at the
south,
map.
very far south of Mount Olympus, but before you go across the sea there.
Oh yeah, and the blob above the Arcadia.
Oh,
Yep.
gotcha. Okay. There it is. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Or actually, sorry, I know where you're from. You are from. Let me open up the Bake here.
Japan.
Constantinople.
Istanbul.
You are
Let's hold on to what it is.
Thebes. It's Thebes, right? That's where. Yeah,
Oh, right here.
cool. Thebes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where you would be from.
Thebes. Thebes.
Thebes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Thebes.
Thebes.
which is not super far from here.
Not terribly
Right.
far. Okay.
Yeah.
But I've been sent by Dionysus to.
So Dionysus has been reborn to a Theban woman,
Yeah.
Semele, and
Yeah.
has now ascended back to
Godhood.
ascended back to godhood, and now requires that his temples be restored and staffed once again. And
Hell yeah.
Thebes is actually one of the main places saying that this is not a true god. This is a bastard born of a disgraced princess, which is pretty fucked up because it's their disgraced princess.
I was just
They
gonna say,
disgraced
now
the
it's
princess.
not in just a fucking
Yeah.
second.
Yep.
Rude.
Somebody should punish them for their hubris.
That's somebody.
And I think that would probably be the first answer I would have to that
Well-
question. Then is Thebes is cruising for
Do
a
you
bruising.
want? So the question is, do you want to go straight to Thebes, or do you want to, do you want to build up the dread? Do you want to give them the chances to back down and recant, so that when you get there, you are higher level, and also you are able to say, "Look how far your hubris has come. Look how many chances we gave you to turn from this path to honor Blessed Semele."
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, how many current temples are there that exist, whether abandoned or
All
not?
of the temples that are currently intact are are in places like this, are out in the woods where the grapes grow free, and or not necessarily the woods, but the wilderness, because that's the way that the Greek countryside is more, right? It's lower. It's not as many tall trees as we're used to. It's
Okay. I was gonna go the route of hey, let's see what we got first, and then
Yeah, do we have an
I
idea?
think right now, none of these major cities are worshiping Dionysus, but some of them might be easy sells. Others might be harder sells.
So, should we start? Where in Arcadia are we? Towards
You
the
are
middle, or-
you're in the second A,
Okay.
smack
right in
dab in the
center.
middle.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we could start with
I think,
Stymphalos.
You can
it's a
start with
quick, easy walk.
Stymphalos, yeah, or Tegea, either one. I don't know much about these specifically, so they're just going to be sort of random ass semi-Greek D&D towns, which is fine.
Totally.
Good. It's good
Absolutely
for you
fine.
guys to have a good warm up one, right?
So where are we in Arcadia?
Right in between the K and the second A. That's
Yeah.
Great.
That's where
Okay.
we currently are. Yeah, right here-ish. Which you will see in the video.
I'm pinging it.
No, I'm looking at the map. I see it.
You can see the pings.
And wait a minute.
Okay,
Now, did I pin the Spark notes after you shared them? If I didn't, I should have.
Did you? You should have.
Well, I should have.
I mean, that's what I
Yeah,
read.
I'm gonna do it now.
The Spark Notes for the Vake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we all read the Spark Notes for the Bake?
I did, yeah.
Good. All right.
it
As
wasn't
long as we're
long.
all working, it's not that. Yes, correct. It's not long.
Especially if you
That's-
just read the full summary, because it's literally a page and a half.
So the current king of Thebes is a man named Pentheus, who's the son of Agwe, the sister of Semele. His mother was Semele's sister. Semele is his aunt. Dionysus is technically his cousin.
Yep.
And he and the rest of the court are denying Dionysus's divinity. His grandfather Cadmus is the only person who believes his daughter, but he's considered weak and senile, and nobody cares about him. He doesn't wield any political power because he's not the king anymore.
Yep.
If you're not a king and you're still alive, you're basically dead anyway. So, or if you used to be king and now you aren't king anymore. So that's the situation over in Thebes, which you know about, Azurtico, because
Yes.
you came from there. But also, you know that like that's going to be the thing that people are going to say. When you go to like Stimpalis or Tigia or whatever, like they're going to be like, well, I mean, Pentheus doesn't even like, Semele's own family says she's lying about this child's parentage. Like,
Yeah,
this
but
is
what
no
does
son of-
Pentheus
this
know?
is
He doesn't like to
this
party.
is no son of Zeus. Yeah, and you guys are just gonna be like, okay, but we want to party, right? Like,
Yeah, look at all this
all right.
wine I have.
Well then, all right. So which way should we go first, north or south? I'm gonna pull up Roll20, and import this map, which I think
Our
I'd already
goal
done, but I'm not sure.
So our goal is to go to Thebes, right?
Yeah,
Long term.
so probably north,
Which is
right?
northeast of us right
Yeah,
now.
well, we could
Sure.
work our way through Stymphalos, Sicon, Corinth, kind of follow a path up,
Mhm.
work our way through the more rural areas, get some of the smaller cities.
Sure.
Yeah, I think going off of
Corinth is a pretty big one, but yeah.
But it's down the road a few steps. I'm just saying we
Sure,
kind of,
sure.
Flask
unless we want to take a boat to Crisa.
heading
Right.
to Stymphalos first seems like a great idea.
Yeah, anything that's going to be marked on this map is going to be like a proper city state. Some of them are, of course, bigger than others. But do I have to create a new game for this? Did I really not make one?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
like where on Roll20 are.
I don't think I guess I don't have one yet. Hang on, just a minute. This is called A Bunch
Indicate.
of Whiners.
Target permanent. This.
Tags. Dungeons and Dragons.
Dargons and Drugons.
Whatever. We don't care about character sheets or anything like that, right?
No, not in D20.
Yeah. We just use it for maps and sometimes for dice. This is. I guess I should give all of you the invite link to it.
That'd be great.
So we're going to be drawn
Would
on
be
this
helpful.
map together. I suppose
Only if you
It
want
would
us
be.
there.
Copy this link. Here it is. The Whiners chat. Boop, boop. There it is. So your eyes are glowing all the time, Peter? Or just when you use your powers?
I think just want to use the powers.
Okay. Cool. So what color are they when you're not glowing?
Blue.
Okay. Nice. That's nice. Choose a file, any file. Now comes the part where I have to guess where I put this particular map. Is it in the maps folder? Of course not.
Maybe.
That would be a thing that would make sense.
That would make too much sense.
Maybe it's in the. Oh, hang on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So I think maybe we should go to the rural areas of wherever we visit first and do like miracles for the peasants.
Oh, a shit ton of wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay.
Heal the sick.
And
Give the wine.
we are back. All right. Now we're gonna try looking in the pictures folder. This is the other place it might be. In my personal Roll20 stuff. Whiners. Aha, I see it right here.
Huzzah!
This is a map of Hellas, which is what you call this land.
Hellas land.
Whoa.
It's very big.
Too big. Can you
Too big.
Can you
chill
make
it
that-
out there?
Yeah, gotta size that down.
Man, I know. Let's try and get it slightly bigger. Is that better?
Yeah.
Smaller? Bigger?
No, that's good. There's two though.
Smaller!
Yeah,
There's a tiny
I am
one on
gonna
top
get
of the
rid.
big one.
I am gonna get rid of. The
I
other
like the
one.
tiny one.
The little one is there to remind us
It's our mini map.
what we've lost.
Yeah, the mini map.
Yeah.
Our mini map. It's gonna live right here.
Mark yourself.
Uh, who wants to draw your? I will draw your starting place here. In Acadia. Do. There you go. And I should have called that freehand. And then one of you should draw a little path from there to Symphalos. Or Stimfalos. Meanwhile, I'm going to eat this burrito.
Uh-oh.
Burrito? Okay. As you arrive on the edges of, you take the road marked with the Herma on the way to Symphalos. It's a relatively uneventful hike. You are all accomplished enough warriors that you don't really fear wild beasts or brigands on the road. And this is probably a path that Flaskley and Acadia have watched before because this is the closest city-state, so you probably come here once every couple months to get supplies and stuff. Do a little bit of trading. Because while you are living, sort of outside of society and its laws for right now, you're not like completely incognito. People kind of know that you're out there in the woods. And Arcadia is a generally more sort of a generally more accepting of your guys' cult. You think your job will be easier here than it will be further north and closer to Thebes. Although, you're not sure how the Spartans would feel about you. Like, that could kind of go either way.
But at least here in Arcadia, things are
generally, okay. They haven't...
pretty chill.
Yeah. You guys haven't felt the need to particularly hide the fact that you have a wine cult living in the woods. But now you're coming in... but I think this is your first time being here, Azertikos.
Yeah.
And so, it is a bustling city. As you get closer, you're heading down the road, and as you get closer into the town, you start moving out of uncultivated wilderness into farmland, right? People growing grains and vegetables and olives. A lot of olive orchards, I guess they're called. Or are they groves? Maybe they're groves. But whatever. They're out there.
Hatcheries.
And also, occasional vineyards. And the farmers at the vineyards that you pass by always give your little caravan a subtle nod as you pass. As if they know who you are.
Who likes to party?
Who likes to party?
We like to party.
And eventually you arrive at the gates of the city, where, a brief check-in is required before you're allowed into the city. Symphalos doesn't forbid weapons or anything, but, just want to make sure you're not an enemy spy or something before they let you in.
Never.
But
Archaea for life.
as I said, Flaskley and Acadia have been here many times, and so you end up with a gate guard that the two of you know, and he waves your group on through. And you're inside the city. It's a bustling little place. You know, this is a rural city-state, but this is the center of its local, economy. This is where all the farmers come to trade, and peddlers come to gather wares to take to further down the road to Sicyon and Corinth. And things like that. So, this place is going to have your standard areas. There's going to be a large open air marketplace and agora, right? And there's going to be a smaller hospitality district where you guys can probably find a place to stay. Depending on the length of lodgings you're looking for. And at the center of all of it is the king's, Acropolis that looks out, towers above and looks out down over the rest of the city.
More like a crapolis.
And is the most defensible point within the city, of course. So,
Of course.
That's the situation. I'm going to say it's lunchtime when you guys arrive.
Just want to get some wine?
Always.
Would you want to go to the market for that, or go to try and find an inn that you're going to stay in? Or did you want to arrange for a villa or something?
Tell you one thing. I don't have a lot of money. I live in the woods.
That's probably true.
Well, we can generate a lot of party favors.
You could sell wine.
That's true. 10 gallons a day.
20.
Yeah,
You don't want to upset the local vintners, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's a exclusive vintage. We don't
I think they
continually
probably
produce it.
understand. Yeah. You're only going to be here for a few days, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
if that.
competition breeds innovation. So, really, we're doing them a favor. They're going to be better winologists.
Also, I do want to be clear. I think that their wine is still better than your wine.
Whoa,
Your conjured
hey.
wine is probably not.
Yeah.
It's probably all right.
Right.
Not just conjured wine, though. It's conjured wine via the power granted by a god of wine.
The wine god.
That's the only kind of conjured wine there is in this setting. And I'm telling you,
It's all right.
it's like middling vintage. It's not bad, but it's not great.
Yellowtail.
A lot of it's preference anyway, so.
That's fair.
But also, Greek wine.
Well, I mean, I don't
is,
know why I'm complaining. I'm in for a good grift.
Greek wine is really strong, and it does have to be watered down to be drunk. But I think you sell it in its,
Pure form.
pure form.
Oh, is it closer to brandy?
Concentrate.
Yeah, kind of. I guess.
Well, I guess not really. But just stronger. No, I got you.
Just not it's not been further distilled. It's just it starts out higher.
So it's not a port wine.
Maybe. I don't know much about wine, if I'm being honest.
A port
with you.
wine is when you take wine and you add brandy to stop the aging process.
Oh no, nothing like that. This is before we have any of that technology, right?
Sure. I don't know when that comes from, so.
Yeah. Anyway, where would you like to go first? The market, the hospitality district, straight up to the palace. Oh, there's also a temple. There is a central temple where shrines to several of the gods are held.
Well-
Lots of people just have shrines to the gods they revere in their own homes, and then usually there's one or two that the city reveres as a whole. that they have like big things for.
Well, if we want to start with like a softball, we could sell our artisanal Dionysian wine at the gates to thirsty travelers. Would be an easy sell.
It's a pretty easy sell.
And we're throwing the Dionysus out there. We're just gonna make softball in it.
I think it's a great idea. I was
Come
just
get
laughing
your
because
extremely affordable wine.
I could have been a giant open container for a ton of wine to be poured into.
I mean, you can still. I think maybe
I'm a
you can.
stupid god instead.
Maybe
No,
you
it's good.
can. Maybe you
I'm
can
joking.
occasionally. Maybe that's what you.
Transform.
Well, I was gonna say maybe you carry all of your things around in an overlarge clay pot on your back or something like that.
I like that idea. It's like I don't need a soft cloth backpack. I don't care.
We might have wrapped it in leather for you so it doesn't bust bouncing against your back, but
I'm pretty swole. You're right.
you are pretty full.
It's magic.
It was a gift. It was a gift from Acadia.
There's and there's like there's padding on it so the clap of his magnificent ass cheeks doesn't shatter the urn.
As is apt to happen.
Dionysus got them cheeks.
Exactly. Flaskly's got them cheeks. More
Right,
importantly.
but Flaskly is the statue of Dionysus.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why.
Am I me or am I him? Because I was
I'm picturing
made to
that
look
Mothman
like him.
statue that got memes. That's the cheeks.
Perfect.
Okay. He's got perfect marble ass cheeks. So yeah, which district are y'all interested in heading to first? Temple District.
Sounded like we were gonna
Market.
sell wine.
You're gonna just sell
So-
wine at the front gates.
Yeah, I think if we can get away with setting up near the gates, thirsty travelers are an easy grab.
Sure, I do think there are other drink vendors already here who've probably claimed this prime real estate. So you're gonna have to contend with that.
That's a fair point.
I mean,
I mean,
aren't
like-
you the talkie guy? Talk to
Yeah.
somebody.
You
Yeah,
wanna,
okay.
Taverns sell wine. We could just straight trade wine for rooms.
you could maybe say to the winekeeper, like, here, sell this rare vintage we have
Well, I
on
think
our behalf,
our-
and that'll pay for our rooms and then a little bit extra.
Yeah,
You know,
I
I think our
little-
resident
little
con man was trying to pull a double function where we're also doing propaganda.
oh sure,
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying I think you could still do that same
Ask him
thing
to pass
at
out these
the
pamphlets.
thing's sake. Like, make sure you mention
They're-
this Dionysian
func-
wine,
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
that's
functionally
true.
the same if we hang out by the booth like a liquor rep.
right?
We can be
If
like,
at
what
least one
did you
of you
think
does.
of our blah, blah, blah? Brought to you straight by the man himself. You know, it's making a comeback.
Yeah. There you
That
go.
sort of, you know.
Yeah, I'm into that. I'm just saying I think
I
you
like it.
probably will have a better chance of that plan going more smoothly in like a tavern or like a drinking hall,
Sure.
than on the street.
Yeah.
Where
Same
like,
difference to me.
yeah, same difference, but I think this works better for you. So then we'll take you over to the hospitality district, where the drinking halls and taverns would be. And you find one that that Flaskly and Acadia have stayed in before on their incursions. You maybe know the innkeeper a little bit. Maybe you've
Okay.
even done this before.
Is it
right?
the
That
nicest
would make sense. We
accommodation?
do seem to have like endless
Some connections,
grapes
yeah.
happening.
It's great time
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
grove.
so I
have to be
think I mean I
harvested.
think these are fairly nice accommodations. I don't know if they're the absolute nicest in the city.
That's what I'm concerned about. As we walk through
Right.
the district, did I see somewhere that looks fancier? And
Well, you know that Dionysus is a god of the common people.
Yeah,
And
we
that-
don't
that's-
want to. We're not here to cater to the bougie bitches.
Yeah, that's your
We're here to cater to everyone.
sure,
fair.
but even more so the lower
The
class.
people's god.
Yeah, you are. That's why you were exiled. It's because you were too much of a threat to power,
We were stirring up the rabble.
Appealing.
stirring up the rabble. So that's what you are back to do. You're back. Your god went away, learned some lessons, came back, and was like, "You want to see stirring up the rabble? I'll fucking show
We're
you
gonna
what
rabble
stirring the
rouse.
rabble
Yeah,
looks like."
rouse this rabble.
So if anything, you have a divine mandate, I think, to keep it
Sure.
not too swanky.
That's fair.
But yeah, so this this place that you would have a relationship with, the bartender is going to be a man called Alexi.
Alexi.
He says, "Oh, it's Acadia and Flaskly, two of my favorite customers. Who are these new friends you brought to me?" I can't do a Greek accent. This is my best.
I like
The
it.
best I got.
Good. I'd die for this bartender. This innkeeper.
I like it.
I'm
He says,
into
"Hey,
it.
you got the
He
special
sounded
wine.
Polish.
You got the special wine today for me.
For you, always.
Dude.
Always.
For me, yes. You know I love
Yes.
this stuff. The customers, they love it too. This guy's getting more French as this scene goes on.
Alexi.
He suddenly emerged into the candelabra from fucking Beauty and the Beast.
My name is Alexi, the Greek man.
The Greek man.
As they
Please
say in
please
Greece, where we are.
Please believe me, I am definitely from Greece.
Here's my son Pierre.
Here is my son Pierre and my wife Jeanette. All right, this has gotten way out of hand. Where is my Greek accent here? It's like down. You start in Russia, you go further south to the around here. This area here. Yes, this area here. He says, my favorite customers. It's gonna get Russian again. I can't do anything about it.
Whatever.
You're gonna have to deal with it.
It's not British and it's not American English.
He brings that, so he brings out the 10-gallon jug for you to fill. And he's like,
oh, we're gonna need another one of these.
oh, two. Truly, we are being blessed today. Is it? He leans in close to Flaskly. Is it time? Has the god decided to come back from the woods?
Oh,
Oh.
it's time, Alexi. It's time.
In that case, we will need your second flask of wine because tonight the house will drink.
Celebrate!
Yeah, and he like
Do
yells
an
at one.
intricate handshake.
Yeah, you guys do an intricate handshake. He yells at the serving boy. He's like, "Go and get a second. Go get one more." And, it's like, "But okay."
Where can we find?
Yeah,
Where can we be finding these?
Comes back with another one, and I presume Peter, you use one of your.
Yeah.
Also, like, if you have a higher than +1 charisma bonus, you can do this more than once a day.
I could do this. Wait, my charisma's +5.
You can do this
You can do it 6
times, Peter.
Oh, 5.
So that means
And I can do it once.
That means between you and Greg, you can do it 6 times. So yeah, you're like bring another one, and then all right. So Alexei immediately just lets people know. He's like, hey, the party is on, and it's at Alexei's place.
Get it popping.
And the wine starts going, and I think when the second one starts getting going, he's like, we are running out of the wine, and that's when Peter's like, oh wait, no, I can do that 4 more times, and he's like, and
But he breaks one of the giant urns, and we prestidigitation it back together, amending it.
So, did any of you do you all want to stay at the party as the Rager starts, or do you want to go do other stuff while the populace is starting to gather here? You know what I mean?
Right now, I feel more useful staying at the inn making the wine.
Okay.
You guys.
But should we not go and announce ourselves to the city leaders and be like,
we could probably
hey.
announce ourselves in the morning after the hangover subsides.
You want to go and everyone's hungover? I mean, that is
after?
classic.
No, after it subsides.
But if we go and they're like, hey, here's your chance, party with us tonight, and then we go and rouse the rabble with a shit ton of wine and be like, Dionysus is back because they didn't, then we're also scary. It's like, look what we can do to your population if you don't do what we do.
I think there are merits to both plans. I think there's merit to just doing the riot first, and then in the morning being like, "Hey,
By the way, this
what
is
do you
what it
know
was
again?
about.
But again, we can make sure that it happens in a contained place every time."
We can have some rules.
But yeah, there's also, I think there are also advantages to going like now as it's beginning to brew and being like, hey, how rowdy should this get based on
Yeah.
because I think you can make some of your terror part of the party if you need to. So do all of you want to go? All four of you want to go, or is one of you staying behind at the party?
I would probably stay behind at the party
Okay.
and like
Wait,
preach
I'm a good
some
choice
shit
for-
while we're there, while we're
Yeah,
doing the
yeah.
wine and
I
shit.
don't know if I'm gonna be-
Flaskley
I'm so
is
confused right now.
proselytizing. What's up? What are you confused about?
So what specifically are you suggesting we do? And are we whipping the party into a mob? Because I didn't realize we were
Okay.
whipping the party into a mob.
Well, I think here's my understanding of the plan, and I think people can correct me if I'm wrong.
Sure.
But my understanding of the plan is the three of you are gonna go to introduce yourselves to the city lord and give them a chance, sort of willingly convert, or and not convert, but like
Recognize.
unban, not even recognize, but just unban your worship in the city. Because right now, technically, what you're doing is like a crime.
Technically,
yeah. Technically, this is already a crime. And
Prime time, baby.
and depending on what the city lords say, I think the plan is while you guys go, Flaskley is going to stay here and keep the party at like a simmer, right?
Keep it
Yeah.
going.
And then-
yeah.
But like
Okay.
with the potential to turn the heat up if necessary, and depending on how your conversation with the leadership of the city goes, you will like signal to Flaskley whether the burner goes up or down. Is that?
Yeah.
That's my understanding of the plan. Is
That is
everybody
what I was
else?
pitching? If everybody
Yeah, cool.
is on board.
Then, so that's the plan
think
that's
it's
being
good.
pitched.
That feels good. Yeah.
I got pamphlets. I got spores I can put in the wine and just, make it a little slightly hallucinogenic.
Have a more fun time.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
One of these things is not like the other. Sorry. I was looking at Acertico, Acadia, Actus, and Flaskley.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Who is
8,
it?
9, 10, 11.
I mean, Flaskley sounds like it's probably a nickname, which I'm sure it is. This is like the Plato.
I mean, so was Plato.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like literally just said it. Literally just said it.
Jake.
It's okay. All right, yeah.
You both owe me a Coke. I had to hear it.
Yeah,
I had to
You
hear
know
it
what?
2 times.
that's fair to Greg. I'll go get Greg a Coke in a minute here.
Spectacular.
Okay, cool. So the three of you are gonna go and all right, Flaskley, while they're gone, I do just want to have you do a quick. All right, what is some of the stuff that you can do as a druid? I just
Like
want
religion?
See. Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, make a religion check for me. That seems good to try and like. And are you sure you have this sickle that was a gift to you from the
Damn.
goddess Demeter? Or no, this is the moon sickle. So this is a gift from Artemis that you have. And maybe you can not brandish it in a threatening way, but like brandish it in like a look at this holy artifact. That
Check
the
it out. Check out the
goddess
power
deserves.
we got with
And-
this.
And so from that, I'll give you advantage on this roll. But yeah, give me
Spectacular.
a religion roll with advantage to see how well you can control this crowd. You know what I mean?
Got an 18.
All right, that's with advantage.
Yeah.
That's with advantage and my +7 bonus, yes.
Damn. All right.
Because I rolled once and got the 18 and then rolled again.
They
and
got
it
a
was
13.
You
worse.
got a 13.
You know, it's all good. These things happen. I think an 18 is definitely good enough to do what you wanted to do, which is keep the party at a simmer where it is now. I think you've got it established. The party is now going. And like, we'll continue on indefinitely at about this level, which is like a dull unsa. Like, you know what I
It's
mean?
a good night of
There's only
business for
3 or
Alexi.
4 boots and cats. Wait for the bass to drop.
Yeah, but you're gonna be waiting for the bass to drop for a little while.
Yeah.
That's what's happening there.
All about the
Meanwhile,
anticipation.
meanwhile,
Better than payoff.
the camera swings over to
Meanwhile,
the camera swings over to Team Acertico. Acertico, you are flanked by this old man, Atkiss, and this like beefy, like early 30s
late 30s.
man. And also, wait, you're
Mid to
like
late, honestly, yeah.
your character, Acadia is like
lean beef patty.
6'10", right? Yeah,
Oh, you're very tall.
yeah. Acadia is like
You're the tallest.
Captain Carter.
Cause like I'm only like 6'1".
Yeah,
I'm scary.
yeah. Acadia is
My
is
whole thing is looming
big.
ominously and literally tearing people apart.
Nice.
Acadia is big. I just wanted to clarify that for everyone in their heads as they do this.
Maybe a
When
tall
you
glass of
do
water.
fan art of this, so you guys are kind of like a Wi-Fi bar right now because Acadia's here, and then there's Acertico, and then Atkiss is down here. So it's kind of like a perfect slope going on. Like each of you is like 2 heads taller than the other.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
Because you said Atkiss is like 5'8", right? He's like
5'10".
dead.
No, he's like 5'10".
Oh, 5'10". Okay, I thought you had said he was like dead average. Everything. Okay.
He said
Well, then,
average
yeah.
height and then said a tall height.
Got it.
I don't consider that tall. Is that tall?
That's
Yes.
in this day and age. Yes.
And this day and age would be very tall. Yeah.
Yeah. Most
Oh.
of the,
Yeah.
I think average height around here for men is probably like 5'7".
Yeah.
In this
Okay,
in this region.
Then
That's how
he's
tall
5'7".
Flaskley is.
That's
Oh,
fine.
Oh, okay. Then yeah. Like I said, you're like about the same amount of height. Anyway, it's funny to me. So yeah, you guys are what you guys walk up. It's like 1:30, right? Because it takes you a little bit of time to get over there, and you have a few drinks with the LXA before you make your way to the palace. But you do. And the palace guards like eye the Thyrsus that you're carrying with suspicion, right? And there's like a whisper, and they have to be like, they're like, we don't know if you're allowed in or not, and so they have to like send a messenger out, and then he comes back, and hold on, I'm gonna get my
Terribly sorry. Your name
ancient
again
Greek
was...
name generator. Let's get it going. Heck yes. Ancient Greek name generator from the Story Shack. Loving this. Historical name generator. All right. See what we got. This is good enough. Isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, perfect. The king of this place is called Telias. That's spelled like this. It's in the chat. Tellias. King Telias is the king of this particular spot. Stymphalos. There you go. Yep.
Stim follows.
And
Yeah.
I think so, right?
Yeah,
STYMPHS. Yeah. Stymphalos. And
Follows.
so after a messenger runs into the palace and then comes back out and says and whispers something to the guards, and they say King Telias will see you. And they like move their spears aside, and like there were like 4 of them at the gate, and like 2 of them follow you in to like escort you to the king's audience chamber. Yeah.
Nice.
These are pretty good ones.
Oops. There we go.
And so here you are in the throne room of King Telias. Telias is a young man. You would clock him as being half elf, if you had to guess. He's got kind of pointed ears, and his eyes are a little bit like overlarge, but not much. Within human tolerances.
Does it kind of look like
Uh,
me a bit? Because I also look largely human, but I'm just kind of tall and
I mean,
I have
maybe.
elf-like features. I have like
Yeah,
kinda-
like I said, I mean, you're guessing he's probably a half elf, maybe a quarter elf,
Okay.
or something. But he's got sort of an olive Mediterranean skin tone, dark black hair, curly, and he is wearing a, like, not a toga, but like a white tunic, and has a little gold, like, laurel crown. Which I don't know if that's historically accurate or not, but that's cool. So that's what he's wearing. And he has like a scepter, a gold scepter in his hand, but it's not like a particular icon of a particular god or something. It's just a symbol of power, like you sometimes
Yeah.
have.
Okay.
And he's sort of lounging in his throne, kind of like a Skyrim Jarl.
I was about to say, is it like the Skyrim Jarls where they're just kind of like?
And yeah, and it's like, who approaches the throne of Tedious the Great?
It is.
I'll.
Oh yeah, go for it. You go.
Yeah,
ahead.
I want to jump in.
Let us introduce you.
And yeah, to, like, please, Your Majesty,
you have heralds.
allow me to introduce this giantess, Acadia, and my charming friend here, Acer Tico, and of course myself, Actus, humble servant of Hermes, have come to you with news.
What news have you brought, messenger?
Party time.
Dionysus is back, bitches.
Yeah,
Does
that's what I
Acer
think.
Tico just say that? I think, I think Tilius arches an eyebrow and says, like, Hermes is welcome within our realm, but our grandfather saw fit to ban the worship of Dionysus within the walls of this city. Tell me, why should I doubt the wisdom of my elders, who surely made their laws for just reasons?
So you don't suffer for their sins.
Oh shit.
Okay, I am gonna need a roll
What?
for that.
What an
Intimidation.
intimidation! Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
So Acadia, are you trained in Intimidate?
I am.
Okay, would you like to roll Intimidate as charisma or as strength?
Oh, strength, please.
Okay, then go ahead and roll a +7. Roll this as if it's athletics, which you are also trained in.
Okay.
Strength.
Alexander.
Go ahead and give me that roll.
Oh, that went badly.
You are doing a
Damn.
charisma or you are doing a strength intimidate check.
It went
12.
poorly.
5 plus
Ooh.
7. Ooh.
12 is
It
not
went poorly.
great.
That is not
Let
great.
me
Dice are
roll-
not being fun.
Let me just roll a die real quick here.
Lord.
Hold on. I have to think of what his bonus is before I roll it. I don't think he's particularly strong-willed, is the thing. And this would be what, his insight? Okay.
Probably.
Okay. He looks terrified of you. And he
no.
That's a
says,
wise choice.
he says, well, tradition is nothing but the chains the dead put upon the living, some have said.
Raises a good point.
Perhaps it is time those chains were broken.
We're here to
Okay.
update this society to a more modern way of thinking.
Okay.
Persuasion. Think of it think of it this way, Your Majesty. Do you want to be known as one stuck in the old ways, or a forward thinker? Someone who can be looked to and seen as a model of the future?
Oh, no, I would much rather be a forward thinker.
Yeah, a god.
Definitely.
Yeah, a
What-
ruler for
so,
the people.
do you guys want him to come with you, or what do you want him to do?
I rolled a 28, and I want to suggest that he make the announcement.
Sure, he'll do that.
Or
You
Because
will
he can
also.
be seen as the forward-thinking genius.
He's gonna. Yeah, he'll do that in the morning for sure.
Yeah.
But like, we can, or maybe even tonight he'll declare that the
I was gonna
worship
say,
is.
if he could
He
come
will
to the
definitely make a
party-
public. He
Yeah.
will
He can
definitely
come to the
make
party.
a public proclamation that the worship of Dionysus is unbanned. In fact, he might do it like immediately. However,
that's
if
your
you
name.
want him to come to the party, he will also come to the party.
We
I
want
think
to
that would be an excellent sign. It would be pretty hard for
Officially
him to.
sanctioning.
It'd be pretty
With,
hard for him
like-
to sleep on it and go back on it because he would be guilty of the crime he would be telling people they committed.
Yeah. No,
I just gotta-
absolutely.
He,
It's
like,
entrapment.
clings
We
to
gotta
you
get
the
that later.
entire
Bring him
time.
to the party.
Right. Absolutely. So I think he says, well, then in that case, we must immediately declare a feast day for the return of our Lord Dionysus to his proper place among the civilized folk. And he like snaps his finger and like has a messenger like start running it out to the town criers, and the cry goes up. All right. Do you guys immediately bring the king back to this place? Because it's going to start getting lit real hard
Real
because of
fast.
this. Real fast. And
When
now
it's
you're going to
official,
have to
yeah.
now you're going to have to contain the riot in a real way. Because you're not trying to do wanton destruction to this town. You want them
Cool.
to be an example of what your wrath doesn't look like.
right.
Um,
Which is a great
prosperousness.
time.
or what avoiding your wrath looks like.
Yeah.
Which means that you can probably do a little bit of, surface level damage to maybe hint at
Party level damage.
what your wrath might look like. But this should definitely look preferable, right?
Yeah, find the house
so
of the
that-
non-partiers.
So that's going to
Maybe
be
fuck them
the
up a little.
challenge tonight. And then also there may be elements within this city who want to stop this from happening, right? There may be party poopers who want to stop the
Buzzkills.
party from going. So I'm going to say your task for tonight is going to be keep the party rocking till the
rockin'.
sun comes up. And then that's your victory condition for tonight's session, or I guess for this city state. I don't know how long it will take. So you all, I do want to do a quick. Do you guys make a beeline back to the party, or are you letting Flaskly handle this by himself for a little bit? That's the question.
I think we could probably take like a slow path back to the party that's also coming with like some fanfare and
It's not like we're not like trying to take
Right.
our sweet time, but we're
Sure.
also not like in a rush.
Godly.
In that
Yeah.
case, Greg, I would like for you to roll me a quick survival roll,
Okay.
just to make sure the
Spectacular.
party doesn't get out of hand.
Fucking
Oh my-
12,
oh
man.
my God.
Why is
All right,
everyone
the
rolling
party-
so low?
The party is beginning to get slightly out of hand. It hasn't. You haven't lost control of it yet, but it is definitely like you start trying to preach a sermon again, and people are like, "Man, we done heard this shit. We know." And like
We know Dennis is sweet. Let's
we know
drink
Dennis
more.
rules. And they drink, they chug. People are now busting out their wines, from the party has now spilled over into like the neighboring wine halls. Like the lines between the businesses have completely been
Blurred.
erased at this point. There's no telling whose kitchen a particular glass came from.
Figure it out in the morning.
Yeah, so again, and I think that as the other characters arrive with the king and the king's entourage, they find Flaskly has just before you came in, has been lifted up and is now being carried on the human crowd surfing. They're crowd surfing him against his will. So
I'm just completely rigid, like statue style. Hey
Okay,
guys,
can I go
hey.
rescue Flaskly?
absolutely, yeah.
I was
You just
gonna-
walk
yeah.
over, grab him, and put him down because
You
you're
don't even grab
you
him
like
like that,
wait
you just
because most of
reach
these people
down
come
to
up
pick
to
him
like
up.
here on you. Yeah, you just clomp, clomp. Yeah.
Yoink.
Gives a very
Absolutely.
stern look to the people who were holding him.
They just look at you. Oh, when the people you give the stern look to, they put like flower like garlands around your neck and kiss both your cheeks and wander back into the crowd. They are wasted. The bacchanal has begun. The magic is taking hold.
Oh,
That's the
fuck
thing.
yeah.
I'm gonna start drinking.
He wasn't able to keep it under control. So you do notice that the party is getting pretty out of control pretty quickly. So you may want to do, before you all begin just diving right in, Kendrick Lamar style, you may want to do a little bit of crowd control.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Can I use
I
any of my
will-
healing or anything?
Can you use your healing?
Yeah, to like undrunkify people.
That would be like a lesser restoration. Do you have that?
Okay. Um,
You might. Like that wasn't like a gotcha. That was like a. Do you?
yeah, no, I know, and I'm just looking because I'm not
No.
used to it.
I
Yeah,
can start
absolutely.
Casting like
Spells.
prestidigitation to start like.
Okay.
cleaning
Every time you
party-
cast a spell,
Yeah.
you have to roll.
So you want to do every single time?
Is it only a first level spell or higher as written?
It specifically states first level spell or higher.
Okay. All
Cantrips
right. Well,
don't
then we
count.
won't. Then I won't make you do it for cantrips.
But if you want, like, because there's a lot of stuff where it says like it's at the DM's discretion.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not. No. I'm already using the scaling or the weighted.
Right.
Rolling where
Yeah.
we're gonna be adding. We
Every
increment
single
it
time.
each time it doesn't go off. So the maximum number of times you could do it without would be 20.
Do you still want me to roll it then? Because I already cast mage armor on myself.
If you have cast mage armor today, you should definitely roll one of them. So roll it now, and we'll see what
Yeah, I'll
happens
roll
at the
it.
beginning of this scene, as your wild magic surges or
It's-
potentially doesn't.
I rolled a natural 2.
Okay, well that fortunately is one higher than what you had to get. However, if that happens on the next one, that's a hit.
That's a hit. Yes, it's now at a 2. Okay.
I don't have lesser
All right.
restoration.
I'm gonna go grab a soda real quick. I'll be right back, and then you can all tell me what your ideas are for crowd control.
Okay.
So yeah, so I can try and entertain the crowd.
He did
Get, like
say
some
wait.
music
so
going.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it
Oh,
out
we
there.
can
Yeah,
discuss.
throw ideas. Yeah.
That's true. But yeah, that's probably a good call. Entertaining is good.
And I don't know how you feel about stage magic, but we've both got prestidigitation, I think, right?
Yeah, I have it, and
So we
sometimes you
could
have
we
it.
could do some oh shit, where'd it go? The coin trick, but cheap free magic for the same effect.
At this point, since things are starting to get out of hand, I'm assuming like there have been some party fouls now, and so
Yeah.
it's like some people might be a little pissed that they got a bunch of wine all over them, and it's like, hey, lighten up. I had it
What did
already.
what did I come back to here?
We're just discussing options.
Yeah, just discussing options on like how to like kind of keep the crowd a bit happier and under control.
Yeah, I want to be clear. Yeah, Wit, you saw earlier in those two young women that brought Flaskly over, like the beginnings of the Maynard madness is starting to take hold. They're gonna start ripping
I'm
something
deeply
apart.
familiar.
You're gonna have to make sure it's animals for it to be a good time. So maybe you want to start trying to find some cattle or something.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I feel like I'm the one best in position to manage that portion at least, and try to
Absolutely.
steer them to the correct
All right, go ahead and give
things to tear apart.
me a strength roll with proficiency for that. Or actually, for this time, go ahead and use your regular intimidation with charisma for this, because I do think this is charisma based. But you still got a
I'm
+5 in
pretty
that.
decent.
You're pretty good at that.
Why? Dice hate me.
Wow.
Are we having a bad dice night, folks?
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
the
Apparently,
third
that was a
number
9.
4 that's been
Oof.
rolled today.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Mm.
change my dice.
You
Or
can cha-
roll
yeah,
again.
everyone.
Can I don't think I have any other dice.
I bet you do.
How do you change your dice?
You go to collections, my dice.
One of the picture ones.
I've got really nice dice right now. I don't want to brag, but my Clockwork dice set is pretty slick.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do my Clockwork dice set also.
Although actually, this is the mythic. I'm going to switch over to my mythic set, which is specifically for Mythic Odyssey of Theros.
So I could
Chris is
wild
sad that he
shape.
doesn't have good dice.
I
could
could
wild
shape and
You could
then
wild
like lead them to other animals when we find them, so that they don't tear me
That's a
apart.
good idea. You
but-
could give. So you could use. I think you could use that to give a reroll to Acadia here. Do you have to you have limited uses of wild shape per day,
Yeah,
right?
I have
Yeah,
two.
you can basically spend one, I think, to give the help action there to that.
And I
roll.
reroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead and do that
Where'd
for
it
me
go?
here. So you turn into like do you turn into you don't turn into like a cow though, you turn into like a fox or a wolf or something that could hunt one down easily, right? Or like what do you turn
Oh.
into?
He's trying to provoke the crowd into following him.
Yeah, like I was thinking
sure,
like
sure, sure.
a bull or something. and
Perfect. All right, then yeah, you
Sorry,
turn into a
I
bull and
rerolled.
lead the crowd away. Okay, yeah, I'm into it. And with a 21, I think that means Flasky provides the perfect opportunity as they see him and go like, "Let's get that bull!" and like start running after him, and you
You'll
are
never
able to
catch
corral
me.
them into a pasture full of several cattle that they can now begin ripping apart, which they do. Because I'm going to start a little thing here called, all right, see, we have to, here's the thing. We have to maintain the party can't go, the dial can't go too high, but it also can't go
But it
too
can't
low
go too low.
right now. So I'm going to create two stats right now. One of them is going to be called, it's, all right, we want to keep, okay, we have the hype meter and we have the chill meter. All right, and we ideally don't want either of them to reach 8. If it gets too hype, the party will go out of control and the city will be damaged in a way that damages your reputation. If it gets too chill, the party will die out
Right.
before, because everyone will get too chill
Yeah.
and will relax out. But you also don't want it to fall too low, because if the hype meter ever falls to 0, the party will also die. And if the party, or if the hype meter drops to 0, the chill meter will start skyrocketing, right?
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
you'll have to quickly get your hype back up. Otherwise, you're going to be gaining too much chill too quickly. If your chill meter reaches 0, your hype meter is going to start going crazy, which is going to, again, end up with like buildings getting torn down and shit.
Right.
So that's the game you're trying to play right now. I'm going to start both of them at 2, and I'm going to go ahead and increase the hype meter to 3 right now based on what has happened. But we're not decreasing the chill meter because we kept it from getting out of hand as we were moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so I think that's where we're at. Right now we're at a 3 hype and a 2 chill.
So we got a drunk mob that just tore apart some cattle in the middle of a
Yes.
pasture.
Yes.
Okay.
Part of the worship,
that's
though. Like
part of
that.
it. Yeah, that's only a small
manageable.
group of people that followed them, and yeah, that's sort of a magic. That's like a rites. That's like an initiation thing into deeper mysteries. And I do
I
think
just
that
adopted 5 or 6 new maenads.
exactly. I think what happens here is that Acadia, you are going to be sort of unavailable for a few scenes as you deal with that, and then we're gonna kind of spotlight each of you like doing your thing, right? So that's sort of Acadia's thing is going to be shepherding these new maenads into the lifestyle. What are the other three of you interested in doing during this party? And also, I guess I should get the Until Dawn situation here. Until Dawn, because we're not going to start the meter doesn't get locked in until the sun goes down. But I think like that's the thing that happens as the sun is starting to go down, right? It's like you guys get back from your audience because it probably took a few hours for shit.
Sure.
And then, and you said you kind of leisurely walked back and like gathered up people as you were going. So that also accounts for that. So like you hit, I think, this thing with the cattle happens like right at dusk, right? Like as the party is, or as the sun is starting to go down. So we're going to put the Until Dawn meter at 1. Again, you want to get, that needs to get to 8 in order for you.
Just a mob marching through the city, ever growing, chanting party rock lyrics.
Exactly.
Get that hype up.
What'd you say our hype's at now?
Your hype is currently at 3 and your chill is at 2.
Okay.
You don't want either one to go to 0 and you don't want either one to go to 8.
Okay.
Those are your bounds.
We want to build some hype, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
I think it's more what's your activity and then your success and or failure.
Your success or failure will sort of determine whether it goes hyper chill, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Wit is on the money there.
Okay, yeah.
So tell me like what you're interested in doing. It can be selfish in a way, right? Like not that wasn't helpful to the whole team, but like that is like Acadia's thing is that she's the current matron of the maenads. So like
picking that drive box off.
When she sees young women starting to get bloodlust, she has to like shepherd them into that experience, right? Of like doing that.
It's my job.
Right.
The trip guide, yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking about doing the same thing.
But it would be for like a different thing, right? It would be you would be like finding people who are drinking like the undiluted wine that has maybe like other stuff added in, maybe some spore-based stuff that you're providing.
What I was thinking about is possibly using my other wild shape to like project my spores.
Yeah, so you're
instead
doing
of doing damage, just do like a light trip.
You're doing and then maybe mixing some of those with your wine for the people who are most interested in like entering into deeper mysteries and doing sort of an ayahuasca.
You can get the real shit, and I'll tell you the story of Dionysus while you experience it through his eyes.
Exactly. So you're doing a sort of wine-based ayahuasca situation over there.
Everyone's 3/4.
Everyone's 3/4. I think that sounds like a religion check to me, or maybe a medicine.
Whoa.
There he goes.
All right.
The glitch got him.
Yep.
Avoid the Noid.
Welcome back.
Womp womp. I'm back.
Hello.
I could see that being a medicine check or a religion check, whichever one you think is more appropriate. Like less about like the bonuses you would get, but like, do you think this is something you do intuitively by like just by feel of like being in tune with the mushrooms and the world and the vine and all that stuff? Or is
I feel like it would be a bit more of like this resonates with me.
Or is it something that you've like studied, meticulously the way you have certain like herbal combinations and stuff?
Oh god, that one works too.
Yeah, that one works
really
well.
Party every night.
Yeah, they both work really well, and that's why I'm saying like it's up to you. It's just how you want to flavor it. Is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I feel like as a construct who probably can't experience the full dynamic of everything, it's been a bit more scientific, just being like, what works best on these little flesh bags?
Maybe medicine medicine might make more sense here. So go ahead and roll me a medicine check to see how well your trip tent goes.
It's 13, man.
A 13.
Man,
yeah, 5 plus my 8.
Okay.
I switched my dice.
We are not having good dice tonight.
I think it's all right. I think with that, we're going to increase both the chill and the hype by one. Yeah. I think maybe what's happening is that I think the people in the trip tent having this experience with you are having a very deep and profound experience, but I think that you have kind of accidentally let your spore cloud get a little bit too
Wafty.
dense
Wow.
outside of the tent, and so a lot of
Whoops.
people are getting like contact highs that are like not ready for it and are maybe starting to get a little too hype out there. So again, currently hype meter at 4, chill meter at 3, until dawn meter at 2. I'm gonna say each time one of you does a thing, we're gonna advance the time clock, right? That's
Right.
to your advantage generally.
Okay,
Yeah.
dawn meter's at 2. Chill
Mhm.
is at what?
Chill is at 3, hype is at 4, dawn is at 2.
Hype is at 4. Okay. All right, perfect. I'm just creating a nice little
That's
text
like
document
Dionysus.
so that we
Discovered?
can see exactly.
Oh, I have there's already a text document that you all have access to that I'm tracking this on.
No, this is for the video.
Oh, sure. But I'm saying you could do.
You could just look at
You
Drew's.
could just look at mine for the video.
Yeah, but I need it to be really small.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I got what you're saying.
Yeah,
Cool.
cool. So dawn meter 2, chill 3, hype 4.
Yep.
Don't want anything to get to 8. Don't want anything to get to 0.
Well, you want dawn to get to 8.
We want dawn to get to 8.
Also, if you manage to get the dawn clock to go backwards, that's going to be impressive.
Yeah, yes. It's
Not out of the realm of possibility,
I
but
increase my
unlikely.
spores.
increase the
Reverse
force.
time with drugs.
travel with drugs.
Time dilation.
Okay.
We
Sick.
watch ourselves walking into the
So-
city.
Acertico, I'm interested to know what you're doing during this. Are you trying to make the party more hype, more chill, or less hype or less chill?
Well, right now,
You're kind of in the sweet spot right now. The
Yeah.
party is sort of at the perfect
This feels-
consistency.
really good.
It feels really good. It could maybe be a little more chill,
Yeah.
but like you're still comfortable with where it's at.
Okay. Do I notice the spores?
I think you
walking-
notice some people having bad trips near Greg's tent. You know,
All right. I'm gonna.
I don't think you can see the spores, but I think you can tell they're
I can
kind of
tell.
there by the
I wanna
ring
kind of
of
attend to
people
them.
tripping out.
Well, it's musty.
and
Okay.
kind of start guiding them into a little bit more hype, but just kind of like to try to guide their trip from a bad one to a neutral or good.
And maybe
And
also
back
get
up.
them out of the immediate area
Yes,
so that
yeah,
they don't continue getting exposed.
You guys want to go for a walk?
yeah. So I kind of like try to like get them to kind of come over to a different
This
area.
kind of sounds
Maybe
kinda-
drink some normal looking
some
wine.
water. Yeah. I think you guys have a water tent as well. Because do any of you also have to create water?
I have shape water,
Well,
so I can
eh.
make the water.
So you can
look
like bring
wine,
it up. Yeah.
and
Well,
then,
you also have the ability to create wine.
and I can also just
uh,
create wine. Yeah.
But
You
yeah.
can get them to hydrate
think
if
this
you
is
make
a-
them
But
think
But yeah,
it's wine.
that's
They're
what I
like,
was thinking. I
"Drink up,
think I
man."
can convince them to get hydrated
Sure.
instead of.
Oh,
more
I mean, I
drunk.
think they're eager to be hydrated. Is the
Okay,
thing.
gotcha.
So I
Yeah.
think you guys just have like a water tent set up. It seems like we're really going for like a kind of festival La Playa vibe.
It's folk life.
With this, it's folk
We
life.
made folk life.
I thought you kind of made Burning Man, but either way,
It's not that intense yet.
sure.
I mean,
yeah.
animals
It could-
were
it might
ripped
get there.
limb from limb.
Animals have been ripped with
that's true.
already.
Okay, yeah, maybe
Anyway.
we are a little bit Burning Man.
I think this is a persuasion check from you there, Peter.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'll be right with you there, Chris.
All right. Ooh, yeah, it got a 25.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Also, that was
Finally.
an
Okay,
interesting
so I think
sound.
this does exactly what you want it to do. I think, and it sounded like, do you want what how would you like the meters to adjust here?
I was
I'm going
hoping
to give you have 2 points that you can use in either direction, like total. So you could move like one up by one and another up by one, or you could move one down by one and the other up by one.
I was
you know
hoping
what I'm saying?
the chill to head up to 4.
Okay, So chill moves up to 4 as people begin to, as you make like a little area where you're like, hey, warning, you can walk through here, but if you do, you will start hallucinating. Like there's like you make like signage around the zone. It's not like a keep out. It's like a be aware.
Yeah, just like,
situation.
Hey, FYI.
Hallucinogenic spores present. And then, so that's one tick. Do you want to use the other tick or do you want to?
I think I want to keep the hype where it is.
You want to keep it at 4.
Keeping it at like a solid, like just below half feels real good. I guess I could take it up.
Well, that's at half is 4 right now.
I guess since 0 does count, yeah, it's exactly half. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I want to keep it right at half. This is the sweetest of spots where it is equal chill and hype.
Since you got a 25, I will let you just have that then.
Nice.
All right. So that brings us to 3 on the dawn meter, and we're at 4 on both of the others. Chris, what are you up to during all this?
So I want to kind of try and pull this whole experience together and make it a little more cohesive.
Sure.
So I'm going to play some music.
Okay. That makes sense.
And what my goal here is to monitor the situation and change the tempo if things get like too chill or too hype. I want to be ready to respond.
Oh, so you're trying to like...
You want to tailor the music experience.
Yeah, if it's not hype enough, then you get more hype music.
You start bringing in some up tempo.
Yeah, you grab the drums, you throw some quick beats.
If it's getting too exciting, you might slow it down for a little while.
Yeah. Switch from the pan flute to the lyre, and all that sort of thing.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna have you then roll a performance check for me. Are you using anything that you think could give you advantage here? Is there does your... you have like an enchanted instrument, right?
I have an enchanted instrument. I have multiple instruments, and I'm performing for a crowd of drunk, tripping people.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that you can roll this with advantage.
Party rockers in the house.
This is the Anstruth lyre, which is probably just the lyre of.
God.
This is the
wow.
The Anstruth harp.
This is the lyre that Hermes made and gave to Apollo as like the prototype for all lyres.
That was the point.
Yeah, that's the one that you have right now.
Yeah.
So did you roll?
I stole it from a temple of Apollo somewhere way back.
Did you roll a 12
with advantage?
Yeah.
I rolled with advantage.
But your performance is
+7.
7.
Yeah, 2 and a 5.
Oh, a 2 and a 5?
Yeah.
What is going on?
What
here?
is going on with these low ass rolls?
Here's the thing. All right, it starts out going really well, Actus. But then something is happening to you. You are being overtaken with the party rock spirit, and you begin to simply drive the beat harder and harder and harder. And I am going to crank the hype meter up to a 6 without adjusting the chill meter.
Okay.
But we are at 4 until dawn. So we're halfway there. And I'm going to kick it back over to Acadia now. Acadia, so each of you should get to go one more time before the sun comes up, is what will happen here.
Okay.
And right now the party is it. All right, so it's about 4:00 in the morning, right? Well, wait, hold on, because it would have got. Hold on, it goes from, let's say, 8
you said
to
it was dusk.
Yeah, let's say it goes from 8 to 6 is our thing, right? So that's how many hours?
10.
10. Well, that's not good. I need it to be 8 hours so that I can do this. So,
if it's the middle of
10
summer,
to
then it didn't
10
get
to
done till
6.
8, so
10 to 6.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
So 10 to 6, we'll call it.
Okay.
Right. And so it's been 4 hours. So it's 2:00 in the morning, rather.
Okay. Yeah.
It's 2:00 in the morning, and right now the party is absolutely fucking raging. People aren't
Not
doing
bad, yeah.
wanton property damage, but it's
Things are getting messy.
Everyone in this city is awake and is at this party.
How
There
is
is
the king handling it?
There's a child care area where people have just dropped their kids off, and some nymphs and dryads are fucking taking care of them, and The kids have started their own.
Party people.
The kids have started their own miniature party that doesn't have any drugs. They're all fucking lit on apple juice and candy cigarettes, and like most of them are asleep at this point, but they like earlier in the day were like just screaming.
Absolutely rowdy.
Absolutely rowdy, but it's fine because their caretakers were made of bark. So that's where you're at as you like come back from the pasture where the Sparagoi have or what is it? Sparagoi?
That one, I think.
Have been going down. Everybody's now they've gotten it out of their system. You're pretty sure nobody's going to rip apart any unsuspecting ex-boyfriends, and so you know you approach the party at it. The party is rowdy. Like I said, Actus. You see the Dionysian madness has overtaken your bard. He's deep in it. He is actively egging the crowd on. Acertico is doing really well. Is like running a little like water tent over there where he's just a chill out zone, and it's working pretty well. People are coming in to chill out, but the hype is the hype is strong right now. So
the hype is on.
So Acadia, what do you do?
Excuse us
well,
for
I
party
believe
rocking.
it's time to lean on my other skill, which is intimidation and possibly the occasional grapple. I am not a vibe hype guy. I am
You're gonna start a fight
roughhousers. No,
to calm things down.
I'm going to stop fights. What I was gonna say is kind of like patrol to like break up fights or shit that's getting out of control.
I thought you were saying like I'm gonna just start beating fools down, and I was like, and you think that's
Beat
gonna
the
calm
living
shit down?
No.
Okay, I see. So you want to go around?
Stop
You want to
resisting! Stop resisting!
You want to break up fights, which I think is actually going to be persuasion checks here. So
Rude.
Well, it's the same number.
Oh, is it the same? I didn't know if I was. I didn't know if I was
Rude. It doesn't change anything mechanically.
Yeah, roll me a persuasion check to try and start diffusing. Because as the wine comes out, there are scuffles happening.
Jesus,
in the street.
kitty fucking Christ!
Is it still bad?
It's a 10.
It's a 10.
Modified
I was
10.
just about to ask if I could give inspiration, but
You can give bardic inspiration on this roll.
yeah, because I think even though I'm driving it too hard in the corner, like I
Then
can
the
see
point you still know.
perfect.
Yeah, you still know what you're trying to do. Like you're not that far gone. So,
Right.
So
you
when I
can
roll
send
again?
some bardic inspiration. No. Bardic inspiration is going to be a flat. What is it? A D8?
1d8 bonus.
Yeah.
So
Roll a D8. So you could potentially get this up to an 18.
Yeah. It's
A 12.
a 12. Okay. A little bit better. I mean,
It's not on the 7.
Well.
all right.
All right.
We're bad at this. We're new at this. Give us a
You're
break.
new at this. Hey, listen. Everything's fine.
We wanted to throw a rager, right?
All right.
We throwing a rager.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
The height meter is going to go up by 1.
Okay.
The chill meter is going to go down by 1. It is now more hype and less chill.
It is way
because-
more hype and less chill.
Because, Acadia, you try and stop a fight, and like the first one, you do fine. You break it up. Everybody goes away. They're fine. The second time, you immediately get slugged in the face. And then, and then
Now
you
that-
just beat the fuck out of that guy.
Okay.
I just beat the
That
dog
he
shit
was
out of
gonna
that
fight.
dude. Guy.
So
And so, all right.
Hey,
So
I tried
now,
nicely.
right now, your bard, is lost to the muses, and your barbarian has just entered a rage. Speaking of which,
so when I see that happen, can I kind of come in and like try to assist?
well, before you do that, Acadia, I
You have to
do need
roll.
you to roll on your wild magic surge table as you
Do you have the table up? Because
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
Roll a
What
d8.
is that? A D20? D8.
D8. For you, it's a D8. All right, here's the nice thing about being a barbarian. For you, it's a D8, and everything about it is good. You don't have
Nice.
negative effects like a sorcerer.
Oh, there's a nice roll.
That's
Thanks.
What is it?
It's a 6. A
6.
6.
All right. Until your rage ends, you are surrounded by multicolored protective lights. You gain a +1 bonus to AC. And within
Oh, yeah.
10 feet of you, allies gain the same bonus. So you are like impossible to actually hit back too.
I just became the rave lights.
Yeah. Rave lights are now going off around
Right.
your barbarian.
This is why the hype went up.
This is why the hype went up. This is exactly why the hype went up,
Exactly why
Peter.
the hype went up.
Face punching is why the chill went a little bit down.
The
Just a
hype
little
went
bit
up,
punch, okay?
but the chill went down because now Acadia is like at the center of a small brawl that is getting bigger. So as everyone just rushes to try and fight her, everyone who wants to fight is now like, hey, look, there's like free fights
The person
over
we
here,
can fight.
and
frankly,
Acadia
I went
is
from
just.
pissed to having a blast in like
Oh my
30
God.
That's the
seconds
thing.
flat.
Acadia is now
Um,
having fun knocking fools out. She's probably not going to kill anyone. You know,
Probably.
like probably most of these people will be fine.
He
but
didn't
you-
need those fingers. It's fine.
But I do just want to point out that if the hype meter goes up one more time,
Things are
that's
gonna
the thing.
get crazy.
Now-
Yeah.
All right, so that ticks the dawn up to 5, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And now it's your turn, Peter. 7, 3, 5. Hype, chill, dawn.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I got too. Okay, so I see this raging barbarian with an amazing light show, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, things are getting definitely out of hand here.
Things are- the king is with you. Teleus is like, my lord, I don't want to overstep, but perhaps a bit of mercy upon my poor streets. I am going to have to,
Yep.
clean these up in the morning.
Yep. Roger that.
Assertico's like, I turn away for 5 minutes to make a water tent.
And
Yeah.
it's like, we have a water tent. All right, let's
He's
try to break
he's
some of
like-
this stuff up.
He's like, much obliged.
Let's
much
try
obliged.
to
So
get
are
this
you
chill.
just relying on words? Or are you using some magic? Like what are you bringing to bear here?
Yeah, okay. So, I was thinking I might use see it's shape water, not move water. Cuz I was
Shape
thinking
water.
yeah,
Okay.
cuz I can like
Yeah.
freeze it, I can change its opacity, change
You can
its
basically
color.
water bend like Avatar.
Pretty much. I can form it into simple shapes.
The like move
can have that.
earth, shape water are basically bending.
Yeah,
from
and
my
so
understanding
I
of
wanted
them.
to get some of this water from the water tent to like literally cool people off.
Okay. Sure.
He's gonna
Um,
dump a bucket of water on some folks'
This
heads.
is yeah. You can give the whole party a light cold shower.
Yeah.
I like this use of shape water. This is clever. So that'll give you advantage on your persuasion check here.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So give me a persuasion with advantage. I swear to God, I don't know what's wrong with the dice tonight.
Swear to God. Okay, I got a 26.
Oh,
Yeah.
Peter.
Hey.
Okay,
Oh, God.
I'm gonna let you. You have 2 ticks. You can tell me where you want them put.
Okay.
I'm
I'll-
assuming you want to bring the hype down at least one.
at least one. I was actually going to take the
Maybe
hype
2.
down to a 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just bring the hype
Uh,
down because it's
Yeah.
it's 2 a.m. You know, or well,
Well, 3 a.m.
People
at
do
this
have to
point.
work in the
yeah,
morning.
it's like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
People do
The
gotta work
fist
in the
fight
morning.
Has become
You're
slightly
kind of
more civilized
reminding
wrestling.
people that is a thing. Yeah.
This is a thing.
Yeah. Now, like a circle's been drawn and people are squaring up, try and push each other out of it. It's much more civilized now. Acadia's rage ends, and like the lights go down. I think Atkiss finally switches to a less, not like a slow song, but like a medium tempo song.
Jimmy Eat
Slightly
World
less
is
than
playing.
Yeah.
There we go.
yeah.
It's sweetness or the middle though.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. What's the other one?
Bleed American.
Well,
Pain?
no, Bleed American. Those
No,
are
no,
all fast.
the
I'm
chill
saying
ones.
it's not the
Chill ones.
one of the slow ones. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's not coffee and cigarettes or anything like that.
Yeah.
There's a specific Bleed American song I'm thinking of, but I'll
Like May Angels Bring You In.
yeah, it's not May Angels Lead You In
Definitely
right
not
now.
that.
It's
That's
Hear
a whole
You, Hear
different
You,
tone
Hear
shift.
You Me is the name of that song.
Yes,
Thank
There
you.
you go.
that's
Here
the
you
one.
go.
That's the one we were
Thank
thinking
you.
of. That was the song I was thinking of, Greg. Thank you for helping me find it in my brain there. All right, cool. So with that, I'm gonna kick it over to Flaskly. We're
that
at
album.
we're at 5 hype, 3 chill, 6 dawn.
Hot diggity. So gotta keep the chill up though, right?
It's probably time to start chilling the party out.
Yeah.
Overall, right? Like you only
Slowing
got
it
2
down.
hours left until it's gonna disperse regardless. So
Like, could I use
Oh, no.
my resistance cantrip to like
also
help?
people don't have to work tomorrow. The king did declare this a feast day. So, but anyway, can you use what? Your resistance
Like resistance or guidance cantrip to like help people who have over imbibed like recover a little bit.
You want to start taking over for the water tent duties.
Yeah,
for,
supplementing it. Some things
yeah,
water can't cure
well,
entirely. You know?
Acerticos has had to kind of move into crowd control there.
I did, yeah.
So resistance get to a saving throw, okay, and guidance
Ability checks.
is
So
ability
I'd assume
checks.
resistance would be more.
Oh, I would say you
useful
could
for, like,
probably be doing both. You could have like a center where you're just sort of laying on hands, right, to help people either steal their resolve or recover if
when I
they've
give them a cup of
overindulged.
water, touch
Yeah.
their hand as well.
Yeah. I can see that. I think that'll give you advantage on this, and I think this would be a survival roll
Holla.
or medicine. It's the same number for you, so either
The
way.
same number. I've already
And
done.
with advantage
Yeah, with advantage.
from your spellcraft.
19.
No,
Okay.
thank God.
All right, on a 19, I'm gonna let you move 1 tick. So would you rather move the hype meter down or
We're
move
gonna-
the chill meter up?
Chill meter up, I think.
Okay,
Get that.
I think that sounds right to me. So that brings us up to
baby.
That brings us up to 4 on the chill meter, and brings us to step 7 on the dawn clock, which means there's only 1 more hour to go. Actus, you're gonna bring us on home here. How are you gonna finish off the night with grace and aplomb? And or is there like a
Climb.
thing you want to accomplish while you're here? You know what I mean? Did you want to like make some money off of this? Did you want to, like
Same time.
Wit got their main ads, like anything like that you want to accomplish here? It got a little touch and go there with the hype, but I think we're gonna be okay, unless you fail catastrophically at whatever you're doing.
Yep. So we're in the final hour. We're trying to get like a proper wind down, right?
Yeah. So either decreasing the hype meter or increasing the chill meter, I think will accomplish that.
Yeah, both will do it.
Either or both. What do you think that Actus would do to wind down a party? Is there like a toast of some sort that you give at the end of the night or something where you like thank
Or
the
a
host?
story,
Or a
perhaps. A good
story.
time to tell a story
I
about perhaps
think
Dionysus.
Yeah. would be a great idea. I'll tell a story and end with a toast to the king for his benevolent, gracious, intelligent decision. What should I roll for that?
Yeah, I think that's a performance type thing, right?
Yeah.
Rather than a persuasion. Although I'm sure that they're similar for you. You could roll persuasion for this. You've got a higher bonus in persuasion. I want to give that to you. Roll that with advantage.
Yeah, I think I might always. I gotta look into that. But yeah. Damn it, I clicked the wrong button. It's not that one. Oh god, they're the same.
You rolled a double 4.
What?
How
I
many
have,
4s
like-
have you rolled? That's like your like 4th 4.
There's something happening with Chris.
Can I have given him like
They're not
guidance
even real dice.
or
You can-
something?
You can give him guidance. Yeah, roll a d4.
Roll a d4. I swear
Right.
it's a 1.
-3.
It's not. None of this is my fault. It's a 3.
Okay,
Okay,
so
good.
A 17.
That's
All
pretty
right.
good.
So, the thing is that not a ton of people are listening at this point, but the people that are like into it. So, what I'm going to do is just increase the chill meter by 1, leaving it at 5. So, we end the party. The sun comes up. The city has survived. The party ends at a pretty healthy 5-5. If I'm going to be honest, that's basically. That's like
That's a
I would
good
say
party.
if this is like at your end of mission screen, it's like S tier,
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
5-5. That's very
yeah.
good.
5 hype, 5 chill, 8 point, full sunrise.
Yes, erupting Earth.
Yeah, then Greg
start
just
tearing the
tear
shit
down
out of
the
the
city.
town.
No, that will unlike a video game, that will actually fuck up your score.
No,
after the
we
fact.
already got the quest. We got the
No.
screen.
Sorry, it's not how it works.
God damn it! I thought it saved. I thought I saw the auto save. Son of a bitch.
Son of a whore. Okay, so
Why did I nuke Megaton? No.
no. Man, I hope they patch the permadeath out of outside soon. Anyway, yeah. So Acertico, Acadia, Actus, and Flaskly, you have successfully converted the leadership of Symphalos to allow the open worship of Dionysus cult once again in your city. Next
Hell.
week, are you heading to Sicyon, or are you going straight to Corinth? Or does you want to go to like Argus and Mycenae?
I think more stops is better because we're not very good at this
Oh,
yet.
yeah. Also, all of you should level up. You're
Yeah.
now level 6. All of
Shiny.
you. And I think you should all gain 3 points of piety. And you all started at 5 points. Sick.
Get their license plate number for me
Yeah, who's
so I can do them.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
ours. That's all the
those
time.
guys? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold
I
this.
opened the door because it's cool enough now and you can hear it from Chris and me both.
Extremely hot. So I totally get it.
I can make
Okay.
zombies now.
So yeah, so
Nice.
everybody level up to level 6. You didn't have to kill anybody this time, so that was good.
Yeah. That's
I
great.
And-
made a bunch of friends.
You made a bunch of friends. You did really well in this particular city. You will meet again, as I say, you will begin meeting with more resistance the closer you get to Thebes. And once you get to Thebes, Pentheus will probably need to be made an example of.
Hell yeah.
More. It is unlikely you will be able to sway him, even with fantastic feats of
I'm
eloquence.
gonna sway his face.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
What's up?
My 6th level thing is cool. Bolstering magic. You can harness your wild magic to bolster yourself or a companion. As an action, you can touch one creature and confer one of the following benefits. For 10 minutes, the creature can roll a d3 whenever making an attack roll or ability check and add the number to the d20. Roll a d3. The creature regains 1 expended spell slot, the level of which equals the number rolled or lower.
What?
And I can do this equal to my proficiency bonus.
Are you saying you synergize now with the casters in the group? That's pretty dope. Support barbarian is a pretty cool idea.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
I'm into it. It's hot.
I really like
cool.
it. Also, yeah,
Yeah.
how did you guys feel about Big Satyr Mommy?
I love Big Satyr Mommy.
That was good times.
Save me, Satyr Mommy.
Fucking Acadia
Okay, I'm
just
gonna make an official request that not be a running joke, please. I beg you.
Acadia just
Like very
socking it.
genuinely.
We'll stop. Socking that dude across the jaw as like fucking rave lights ignite around you. Probably Dancing Queen starts playing.
That was
Like
That was very
Uh,
cash money of you.
yeah, it was extremely cash money of you, Acadia. Oh my god! And I did think that the party was going to get out of control for a second there. I had to improvise a party mechanic there. I think that went okay.
I think so. Yeah.
For a thing that I literally made up on the spot, I think that it went pretty well.
Yeah.
As far as, again, I think it'll be more obvious what to do with cities that defy you, as far as just
Yeah.
going into traditional combat on a map. But I liked that thing where each of you still got to take a turn and got to do a thing and could like use your abilities to augment the things that you were doing, like to get advantage or other. I think there were other abilities you might have had that I think maybe would have avoided a spell, like avoided a roll of any sort. But people didn't go with that, which is fine because we were all getting used to it.
Yeah.
But I guess I just want to let
Brand new
everyone know I
characters.
think that was on the table.
Do you
think-
have like something in specific in mind?
Well, like I mean, like for example, Actus has like a bunch of spells that are like
Yeah, I had
enthrall,
one specifically.
You know
in
what I
mind.
mean? Or invisibility, or charm person, or crown
Oh.
of madness, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like those would have had
on
effects
my
on
last
hype and
turn there-
chill.
I was thinking
without
of
rolls.
like there was a real chance I might have cast like Wall of Force to kind of like
Yeah,
sequester
or
some
something
people.
like that. So like that, I probably wouldn't have then made you make a persuasion roll. I would just been like, okay, you spent a spell slot, so a thing is gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know?
If this happens, you do it.
Yeah.
My plan was, except it was an hour until it was over, so it was going to be too slow. But I wasn't going to make it rain outside. People would want to go inside.
Yeah. Do you guys want there to be more turns for this stuff in the future? Should the dawn clock be longer? Should it be a 12-hour thing?
I think
Instead
it
of
could be
8?
longer, yeah.
And
I
then-
wouldn't.
I
go
want it to
much-
be a multiple of 4 so that you
Yeah,
guys
I wouldn't.
each
I
get a
wouldn't go up
turn.
to 16 because that.
No,
feels
no.
No,
too
I
much.
think
Do we
12
wanna-
would be.
I'm not even saying this will be exactly what happens at the next city you get to, but the next city that decides not to resist,
Yeah,
And
would you
and
rather do a 12-hour clock next time and we'll each do 3 turns instead of 2?
sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Or
that
like
sounds-
we could still do 10, and we
I mean-
could just have like the last one be
we have
like
to do 2 combos.
we
and
have
everybody
to do,
has
like,
to
a
pair
combo.
up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
cool.
like my first turn was
You
kind
each
of a
have to do
combo.
a
Like,
combo
it worked.
move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We got options.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
that was good.
Well, I
I
think
liked
that's
it.
all that I had, like, prepped for tonight.
Okay.
So
Do you want me to
it
stop
went a
the
little
recording?
faster than I meant it to. Yeah, let's go ahead and stop.